Hello, YouTube! I'm Unca Crunk, your standard issue purple monster of a certain age who plays games on the internet. In the previous episode of Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair, we began our trial to determine who killed Byakuya Togami, the ultimate affluent progeny and world-class collector of death flags. During this trial, we ran across the mother of all red herrings. Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student, confessed to the murder. Metagaming aside, this twisted little curly fry, while having motive and opportunity, and he may have intended to kill Byakuya, definitely did not do it. His alleged murder weapon does not match the wounds left in Byakuya. Rather, those wounds match a missing meat skewer, which moves the blame onto Teru, the high school level ultimate cook. Yes, I know about that difference in translation. So, we rejoined the trial in the moments before, I believe, our nearest approximation to a medical expert, Mikan Sumiki, will give testimony to this effect. From this point on, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they touch these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. Please time your truth bullets just right so they won't get interrupted by the white noise. By the way, if the difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In that case, all it means is this explanation didn't mean anything at all. It had no meaning whatsoever. Oh, please don't worry, I'm not going to fall into despair. Even though it's meaningless, allow me to say one more thing. In this debate, you won't be able to shoot down the white noise. That will be explained later. If you press the start button, hey, I haven't finished reading my lines yet. All right. Econ saw autopsy results, probably.
I think it's strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
He has already confessed. You know...
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with the knife he hid.
Okay, probably that.
Oh, never mind.
Oh.
Thanks for wasting our time, skanky bitch!
Then let's prepare to cast our votes.
Why does Mikan think it's strange? Because she must know something that contradicts the crime scene. Okay.
I think it's strange.
The killer is so obvious.
He has already
That bastard Nagi, he killed Byakuya with the knife he hid.
Oh, never
Damn it,
mind.
I missed.
Thanks for wasting our time,
Then let's prepare to cast our votes.
I think
The killer is so obvious.
he has already you know...
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with a knife.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikan?
What the hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
But, based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
Meets your...
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife!
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse!
Not a whorehouse! Hey, why are you threatening her?
Yeah.
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikan? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer.
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has to be you.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikan's the one who said it.
I'm sorry.
I really don't like Nagito much. Like, at all.
Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Clearly.
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Who knows?
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off. What happened during the blackout? Oh, if you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
I love her.
Don't get distracted. Our lives are at stake, you know?
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Welcome to the conversation, Akane.
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules? Nobody can see in the dark, no matter how hard you think about it. The truth is beyond your sight. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
No, that's not it.
Not it? What's not it?
The truth is beyond our sight. No, that can't be it. There should be some way to find out what happened in the dark. Wait a minute, what? Let's see. Ibuki's account.
I can prove it with this. Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it. Isn't that right, Ibuki?
Oh, reals?
Don't act so surprised.
You were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this. Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck.
Damn, girl.
You've cut me deep with your knife of truth! However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark...
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
It almost sounds like... Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Well, that's actually what happened.
Huh?
As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Huh.
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
So, Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife. And he got shoved out from under the table before he could even grab it? Well, it sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
I could interpret it like that. No, actually, now that I think about it, that sounds like exactly what happened.
After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint, and I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on! Are you saying you're not the killer?
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan. But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles. What happened after that? Even I don't know.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're right back to square one!
Not exactly.
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth!
Meaninglessness. What other word is brimming with so much despair? But you can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward. Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
Is Nagito really not the killer? Is this guy really the Nagito I knew before? No. Well, he's always been weird, but no. No, there's no way I can say that. Just thought I knew him, but this whole time, I didn't know anything about this guy. I didn't know his true character. It's as simple as that. But now's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means possible. Because if we don't, we will die here. What? Suspended? What?
Well now.
Now then, the class trial has reached its climax, but... Okay, here's the question for you. What's this? For those of you who figured it out who it is, how about you try the Guess the Killer challenge? Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have their data melt away like butter. But if you guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion. 10 billion? Of course, for those of you who don't know who the killer is, you can just continue on.
Now then, what are you gonna do?
Wait, what? Okay, left mouse button, continue on B, guess the killer challenge. You mean or B? I don't have a B button. Oh, that's the point. Just kidding, you can't make a choice. There's no way you'd be able to guess who the killer is.
And of course, there's no $10 billion either.
You're so evil.
Villain, you truly are a villain. Okay, so just a little interstitial. I probably should have ended the last episode there. Something to remember for future trials, I guess. Or I'll resume.
I'm Monami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. The group's leader, Byakuya, got killed, and his killer is among this group of students? No, I'm not gonna believe it. I'll never believe it. 'Cause I believe in everyone. So do your best, and don't forget to save regularly.
Well, what now? If the knife isn't the murder weapon, there's no definitive proof that I'm the killer.
Shut up! We'll be the judge of that.
You say you were shoved away, but you can't actually prove it, right?
That's right. Even if a different weapon was used, it does not mean Nagito has been cleared of suspicion.
But there's another reason why I don't think Nagito is the killer.
Oh, what is that?
There's still more?
Based on what we've discussed, Byakuya was killed under the table, right?
Is there something wrong with that?
Well, even if that's true, I feel Nagito looks, clean.
Oh yeah, no blood spatter.
Nobody's ever complimented me on my appearance before. Not even my own mother.
Okay, one, that's sad. Two, I'm not surprised.
I'm not talking about your looks.
Why does Mikan think Nagito looks clean? Because there's no blood on Nagito.
I see! Are you trying to say something like, why didn't Nagito have any bloodstains on him?
Yes, that's it. Because under the table, there was a lot of blood splattered everywhere, right? There were even bloodstains on the inside of the tablecloth.
If he stabbed Byakuya to death, it's strange he did not get splattered with an appropriate amount of blood.
I didn't get any blood on me? That is weird.
You just used something to block the blood, didn't you?
Something that might have been used to block the blood splatter. What do you think it could have been?
Okay, you didn't use it, but we did find something.
I guess we did see something I could have used. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Yeah. There's only one thing he could have used to block the blood splatter. I can just barely read the thing under this thing.
I can prove it with this. You're talking about the bloodstained tablecloth we found in the storage room, right?
If there are bloodstains on it, that settles it. Nagito used the tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
But that was found in the storage room, right? Are you suggesting he hid it there after the murder?
You mean after the lights came back on? What would he have done if we'd seen him?
That's true. The tablecloth was pretty big. So even if you tried to hide it and take it with you...
Wearing a tablecloth, going under the table, getting a knife in a blackout, and stabbing someone. That's not just impossible for someone like me. Wouldn't it also be impossible for you guys too?
Then what does it mean?
Maybe the killer didn't necessarily stab Byakuya under the table.
No, there's no mistake that the murder occurred under that table.
Even the inside of the tablecloth was bloody, so there's no denying Byakuya was killed there. But that doesn't mean where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are the same, right?
I don't understand at all!
The place where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are different? Yeah, the killer was under the floor.
Huh? Hajime, you look like you're onto something.
I am.
Really? But it sounds like a riddle. I feel like I'm onto something, but it's still not clear what that is.
Under the table, but not under the table. If it's somehow possible, it's the only way that makes sense. Moving forward, we should put aside all unnecessary preconceptions and just choose the answer. I think.
In scenes where you have to figure out important words, the improved Hangman's Gambit will occur. The goal is to line up the right letters in order so it reveals a keyword related to the incident in question. Improved Hangman's Gambit is like a little puzzle game. Various letters will be flying across the screen in all directions. There are 2 rules you must remember. If 2 different letters clash, you will take damage. If 2 of the same letters clash, they will fuse. You must make 2 of the same letters clash, while you try not to let 2 different letters clash. That's what's most important. In order to do that, you've been given a technique to catch and release. When you move the reticle with the mouse and press the right mouse button while it's on top of a letter, you can snatch the letter like a vacuum. This is what it means to catch the letter. However, you can only catch 1 letter at a time, so please be careful. When you press the right mouse button while you have a letter caught, you can shoot it where your cursor is aiming. This is how you release the letter. With catch and release, you can change the position of the letters and hit letters into each other. Make sure you hit the same letters so you can fuse them. The fused letters will freeze and get bigger. By pressing the right mouse button, you can blow it up and erase it from the field. This is called firing the letters. Catch and release with the right mouse button, and after you fuse them, fire with the right mouse button. That's a whole lot of right mouse buttons. However, if you just erase letters, you won't be able to clear the game. Ultimately, the main goal of Improved Hangman's Gambit is completing the keyword. Display the question with the tab key and figure out what keyword will answer that question. About lining up the keyword. Instead of pressing the right mouse button to fire the letter, please press the left mouse button. If that happens, at the same time the letter blows up, it will be sent to the keyword list. If a sent letter is correct, it will fit in the keyword list. If it's not, the influence gauge will take damage. You must write the keyword in order. Based on the flying letters, please think about the completed word. Also, if you leave a fused letter alone for a while, it will just blow up on its own. In that case, it will still damage you, so please be very careful. I took so long to explain it, but do you understand now? If you press, hey, wait. The place where Byakuya got stabbed and the place where the killer did the stabbing aren't the same. Using those words as a clue, I should put aside my preconceptions and try to think about it. Something is coming to me. Just a little bit more. I have a feeling I can see something. Okay. Under the table. No, under the floor. What? Under the table. I mean, no, under the floor. Okay, so... Okay, I don't like that game.
Got it!
That's even worse than the first Hangman's Gambit.
I got it! The killer must have stabbed Byakuya from under the floorboards.
Under the floorboards?
The floorboards in the old building are full of gaps, and there was no carpet laid out under the table. If they stuck the weapon through one of the gaps, they could have stabbed Byakuya to death.
If so, that means the killer was able to get under the floorboards. But from where? And how?
Storage room.
I don't know that yet, but I have a feeling there's someone here who does know.
Nagito and Teru. That's right, if I remember correctly, one person here should know how to get under the floorboards. Oh, right. Gundam.
You're the only one! Hey, Gundam, you dropped your earring in the dining hall, right?
Are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that earring.
I said, are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that Hellhound earring. You dropped it beneath the floorboards, right?
Ah, there it is. I have found it. Truly, that is the Hellhound earring. It seems God exists for my benefit. I see. Good for you. However, how do I recover it? I cannot fit my arm through this opening. Were I to use a tool, it would probably not reach either.
Just a bit longer and I would have reduced everything, including that old building, to ashes. However, it's just as the old legend said. The Hellhound earring has returned to its owner, to me!
Is it safe to say that that earring is the one hanging from your right ear? Huh? Could it be? Gundam wasn't wearing an earring during the investigation. And if he had it on by the time the class trial began, then that means Gundam was able to retrieve his earring from beneath the floorboards during the investigation.
So, Gundam knows how to get under the floorboards.
It's understandable. After all, you fools only view the world through eyes of glass.
Only 2 people here wear glasses, and one of them is dead.
But I am different. With the power of my 4 Dark Devas of Destruction, it is of no concern. Truly, this is the evil 4th eye. Before the might of the evil 4th eye, all visual chaos is rendered asunder.
What should I do? I'm embarrassed just listening to him.
Oh! Man up and speak more clearly!
Fine, I shall tell you all. The answer was in the storage room.
Yep.
One of my 4 Dark Devas of Destruction, Mirage Golden Hawk, Jumpy, has seen beyond the chaos. A secret passage of doom leading to the underground lurks beneath a large assortment of random boxes. After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboards. And as a result of that lonesome battle, I was able to recover the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands!
I love the little ha at the end.
Tremble with fear, fools! Behold my power!
There he goes blabbing about power and crap. You're ridiculous. You're just a breeder, you know.
Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room.
Then that has to be how the killer did it. If the space beneath the floor is empty, it's not that far to move from the storage room to the dining hall.
I see. If they passed through the storage room, I understand why the tablecloth was put there.
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the party, and from there, stab, stab, stab!
Are you sure?
You don't like stab, stab, stab? Should it sound more fleshy, like...
No, I'm not talking about your sound effects. You're saying they snuck under the floorboards, but that means they would have had to leave the party, right? So, was there anyone who was able to do that?
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer. They must be the one who was waiting under the floorboards.
Who wasn't at the party again?
I didn't participate, but I was guarding the entrance, remember? Monomi over there can be my witness, right? Yes! This Monomi over here is your witness!
I believe there's no need to discuss this matter further, but I was unable to leave the bathroom.
I was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
The only person who wasn't at the party... Judging from the photo I took before the blackout...
Here comes the other red herring. The original red herring.
It obviously has to be him.
Yay! It's decided!
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer!
Oh, really? What happened to the tough guy who was saying stuff like, I can do it?
Don't mess with me! I'll fucking kill you!
See? You're making threats again.
Yep, that's right. Things are starting to get exciting.
Good news! You are now allowed to use the silencer! You can use the silencer with the right mouse button as many times as you want. When you use the silencer, you can shoot down the white noise. Also, when you shoot down the white noise, your time limit will increase a little. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease. So aim carefully when you're using the silencer. Oh, but if the difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In that case, you'll still be able to use the silencer, but it will be somewhat pointless. However, if you feel like doing a little bang bang, you can use it to your heart's content. Bang 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 bang. If you, hey, are you ever going to let me finish that? Okay, let's see. I think it's going to be Ibuki's account again, maybe.
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at panties all day. Without going to the storage room in the dark.
Oh, wait, no.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know. That means you have no alibi.
The culprit is self-evident.
The only person who doesn't have an alibi during the party is Fuyuhiko, but is he really the killer?
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at panties all day. Without going to the storage room in the dark.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know. That means you have no alibi.
The culprit is
Alright, it's
self-evident.
Chiaki's account.
During the party, was lurking under the...
And they could have stared at without going to the store.
Is that true?
Don't act like I'm the...
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know. That means you have no alibi.
No, that's wrong!
No, that's wrong.
No, Fuyuhiko definitely has an alibi. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right.
Huh? What happened, Fuyuhiko? Oh, hey, what are you doing here? All alone at a place like this? I'm standing guard so Monokuma doesn't come inside. How diligent of you.
I saw Fuyuhiko after the party started. There's no way he could have been waiting under the floor before then.
You should have said that earlier, dumbass.
It's still your fault. Like, why were you even lurking around the old building in the first place?
He wanted to join the party. But he's shy.
Shut up!
Maybe there really is a secret passage to go under the floorboards from outside, and he came to spy.
What'd you say, motherfucker?
Oh, no!
Wow, he got chewed out, but he looks super happy.
Regardless, it's impossible to go under the floorboards from outside. Chiaki and I already confirmed that.
Then someone definitely went under the floorboards through the storage room during the party. During the party? It was probably during the blackout. Well, if someone disappeared during the blackout, no one would have noticed.
But walking down that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make Eggs Benedict without any eggs.
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness, and that room was much closer.
But is it really impossible? It might be better if we examine that possibility a little bit more.
It was super dark, you know? There's no way you'd be able to find your way to the storage room.
But I can't stop thinking about it. I feel like there's something I've overlooked. For clarity's sake, once again...
It appears we're getting close to the final stage. The blackened or the spotless? Which is superior? I think it's time to settle this.
Okay, let's see. All right.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that. It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut.
What if they used a light?
It definitely sounds impossible.
Killer's method for moving in the dark might be what that one person suggested. So I might be able to prove it.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that. It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not?
What if they used a string?
Maybe there was another pair.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut.
What if they used a light?
I agree with that.
I consent to your light.
I know. The killer had a light with him.
Oh, I was right?
Yep,
But where could they have found a light?
the camp stove.
There was one nearby for sure. See? It's written on the kitchen's equipment list.
20 forks, 20 knives, 20 spoons, 5 iron skewers, 3 frying pans, 20 wine glasses. There are also iron plates for barbecue and even a portable stove for cooking hot pots. Iron plates and a portable stove. I do recall seeing them on the shelf over there. This kitchen seems to be well kept. There should be no problems using it.
It's the portable stove.
Portable stove?
The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around. So, the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout.
I see. I never considered the portable stove. But there's a hole in your argument.
Yeah, what's that?
A hole? What kind of hole? It would be great if you could explain it to me in much more detail.
Dude, you're about to die. Stop.
Oh, I wasn't making a perverted joke or anything. It's really not a perverted joke. I'm serious.
Repeating yourself just makes it even more suspicious.
Now then, Hajime. Will you battle against me?
What?
No, that's wrong. Will you be able to break through my argument?
Oh, right, this thing. What does he mean, battle? Sounds like he's enjoying a game or something. Damn it, there's no way I'm going to lose against someone like him. Rebuttal showdown. Oh, I have to choose. Okay, fire door.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
Assuming the portable stove was used as a light source contradicts Kazuichi's testimony? I don't think what Kazuichi said is wrong. I guess for now I should offer a rebuttal.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I can't back down!
Okay. Damn it! Ah!
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
Advance!
I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say?
The reason Kazuichi was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway,
Damn it! Ah!
wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
There it is.
Allow me to
Okay.
cut through those words. Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot?
He's pretending.
Huh? What are you talking about?
There should have been a wall that blocked light. I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway. If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door. So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
I see. To actually notice the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate... Oh, you still don't remember your talent, do you?
Nope.
Who cares about that right now?
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
You sound so scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep breath?
You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Hey! It's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people. More importantly, can you hurry up and decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
You're obviously the killer, right?
Have you been paying attention at all?
If you think I am, I really don't mind. Whatever conclusion you ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
So, you're telling me to call out the real killer. Even though I really don't want to condemn that person, but there's no other way, right? The person who used the hallway's fire door as cover and used the portable stove to move in the dark and snuck under the floorboards to stab Byakuya to death using the glowing paint as a mark. So the only killer I can think of is... Oh, we're choosing. You and only you!
You're the only one! Teru. Could it be you? Huh? What? What are you talking about?
Teru's the killer? Is that true?
What are you talking about? There's no way! Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely. Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer? Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen. That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic? You're cruel. Cruel. Too cruel.
Teru. That attitude is so not like you. For the ultimate cook to get so upset.
Call me chef.
If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
The future of the culinary arts?
That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square.
You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
So what's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
Nagito, why are you interfering?
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light, and that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what? It's dark under the floorboards too, so how would they be able to stab Byakuya?
Glow paint.
You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed.
That's right. What do you think about that?
There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards. The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
There it is.
What? A shining liquid in the dark? That sounds super important!
If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
The victim was targeted by a mark? What was the mark? Okay, I guess this. It's the only thing that mentions the glow paint.
I can prove it with this. The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
Ah, by using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing. I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
Byakuya wasn't the target. Nagito was. Huh. Well, shit. Teru was trying to prevent a murder by committing murder. Either way, he's still gonna die.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Well, Teru!
Seriously? I don't know anything. Really, I don't know anything at all.
Then can I ask everyone a question instead?
Oh, for God's sake, could you just shut up?
You again? Just stop already!
Thank you, Mahiru. Like minds.
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
If Teru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
Through the gaps in the floorboards.
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
She heard Teru's voice in the dining hall?
Doesn't that prove Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
That's right! That's exactly it!
But Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
Well, it's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sweat.
Oh, for crying out loud.
So, if you want, you should try licking me.
No way! You look greasy. But I heard Teru's voice in the dining hall! Ibuki swears on her honor!
That's right. Teru was in the dining hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
No, that's not it. Why? Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me? It's not like I want to blame you.
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you believe in. Now, Hajime, show me more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teru's hope?
Okay, here we go.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice. It's handsome, unlike his face. Maybe it was a recording or something? Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed.
Okay, there's definitely a contradiction hidden within those remarks. I need to find it.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the store?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice.
Oh, wrong one. Ugh.
Crap!
Now, come
Let
on.
me ask you again. Did you go to the store?
There's no way I was somewhere total. I definitely heard. It's handsome, unlike his face.
Maybe it was recording or something?
Nope, definitely a live voice.
Let's try...
Right, as long as I have her testimony.
Teru.
The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed.
Okay.
I'll shoot through that contradiction. Just because we heard Teru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall. Huh? Why? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall. But...
I see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall.
Is that true, Teru?
Hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I? What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
Where are you from again?
Ooh, I was born in West Asabu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar!
If Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, he should have been there after the power returned, right?
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Huh? Was Teru actually there during that time?
Nope.
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake.
Damn right. You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
His accent is getting even worse. He's definitely lying.
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
Very helpful, Sonia. Thank you for your contribution.
Oh, is there any way we can decide?
Why don't we consult his memories?
His memories?
Gosh, yeah, don't be saying things like that. Don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall? I probably can. Oh, you again!
Whether or not Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, in order to know for sure, I just need to throw that question at him. Okay. Oh, that was the wrong one. I was trying to look at it. What's happening? It's too early for you to say you can't prove it.
Crap!
I was trying to examine it, not submit it. Oh! Of course!
I can prove it with this. If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back, then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time, right?
Well, what? Don't make me remember. It's so embarrassing.
No, this is a very important question.
Okay, so it wasn't just fan service. It was fan service, but it wasn't only fan service.
Well, Teru, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that.
Huh?
It was a pretty clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I showed you something so unsightly.
How about it? You can't answer, Teru?
That's weird. Just slipped from my mind.
There's no way it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
Even so... Nagito, say something!
I guess you might have to give up now.
Wait, give up? What do you mean, give up?
Teru. I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken dream.
Nagito, what are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that?
Well, hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
Huh? But it's already decided, right?
No, murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet, Chef?
It's no use. I can't understand him anymore.
It appears he's saying the murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet.
You understand him?
But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
Oh, you calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Come on, Monumi. Enough with the whimpering and translate.
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
The weapon, huh? It's not the knife, right?
Judging from Byakuya's wounds, it was a thin-edged tool that's roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
Also, if they stabbed from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
After all this, who cares about the weapon?
Not good enough! Not good enough at all!
He said, not good enough. Not good enough at all.
Fine, I got it. Let's try thinking about what the weapon was.
Wanna do it?
He said, try to do it.
What a confusing accent.
Anyway, we need to focus and think about this. Thin-edged tool with a diameter of about 50 millimeters, 5 millimeters, and at least 50 centimeters in length. The weapon that meets those requirements might have been used at the crime scene. Huh? What's that? Another one. Okay, meat skewer. There's an eye. Okay, I don't need any eyes. Oh wait, yes I did. Iron! Damn it. Okay, iron skewer.
I got it! That's it! The weapon must be the iron skewer!
Huh? The iron skewer?
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Teru.
Alright, check the equipment list and there seems to be one iron skewer missing. Oh, that's right. As far as I know, that's been missing from the start.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Hey, Teru, where'd you hide the iron skewer?
Avril Lavigne!
What?
Avril Lavigne?
Huh? Did he really just say that?
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
This school trip has a no littering rule. If he had violated it, the island sirens would be ringing non-stop.
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teru leave the old building.
Which means he obviously hid it somewhere in the old building.
It's probably the kitchen again, right?
Teru, just man up and be straight with us.
Whoa!
Finally, we are nearing the end. A cornered opponent will be surrounded by soul shields and simply will not listen to what you have to say. It will probably pain you to condemn your classmate, but this is a class trial after all. You must argue against your opponent and destroy their soul shields. A high-speed dispute battle where you beat down a panicked opponent's excuses and nonsense. That's the bullet time the panic talk action! PTA for short. During PTA, you must destroy all of your opponent's soul shields so you can deliver your final strike. In order to do that, you must destroy your opponent's remarks while following the tempo of the song. Time your button presses with the tempo marker as it moves across the screen. Match the tempo marker by pressing the left mouse button, and you will be able to lock on to the opponent's remark. If you keep pressing it, you will be able to lock on to multiple remarks at the same time. Afterward, if you release the left mouse button in time with the tempo marker, it will intercept the locked-on remark and destroy it. By destroying the remarks, you will be able to damage the soul shields, protecting the opponent and destroy them. However, if you cannot destroy their remark within the time limit, you will end up getting hurt. During PTA, you can press the escape. Hey, come on. But for this PTA, just focus on pressing the left mouse button. Please wait for another time for the other features. See, sometimes you do have to let me finish my reading. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll find yourself in a tempo down situation. When the song changes, the tempo changes. This will alter the timing for each button. Please be careful. Last but not least, let me tell you about the final blow. If you destroy all your opponent's soul shields, they will start to give their final argument. And if that happens, 4 words will be displayed on the top, bottom, left, and right sides of the screen. Each of these 4 words corresponds to the W, S, A, and D keys. If you press the buttons in the right order, you will be able to compose the words of your final strike. Please make your argument while searching for the words that will trump your opponent's final argument. Also, if you don't deliver your final strike within the time limit, the opponent's soul shields will recover. Well then, good luck and have fun! Okay. This is gonna suck.
What the hell you even saying, you two-color hick?
He said, oh, what the hell are you even saying, you stupid country hick?
I guess we have no choice but to somehow find out for ourselves.
If the iron skewer is the weapon, then hiding it in the kitchen would be the easiest way to slip it by. But Yakuya and I checked the kitchen pretty thoroughly before the party started. Which means, was the weapon already hidden somewhere we couldn't find it? Could it have been in an unexpected place? Where would that be? Where did he hide a long weapon like an iron skewer? Think carefully.
I'm not hiding that thing!
He said, I'm not hiding anything.
I'm not hiding anything! I'm not hiding anything!
I must reveal to Teru the conclusive evidence that proves he's the killer.
Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton! Shut up! Paris Hilton! Where would the weapon be?
Okay, there
This is the end!
I hated that.
Could the iron skewer have been hidden inside the piece of meat on the bone?
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything in a place like that.
That's clearly impossible. I mean, that's inside the food.
Impossible. That's what Byakuya and I thought. That's why we overlooked it.
It seems there are no dangerous items like that skewer in the churrasco earlier inside that pile of food. That appears to be the case. Whew. I wouldn't have known what to do if he had said fish bones and meat bones were also dangerous items.
But in fact, the only place you could hide the weapon was inside the food that couldn't be inspected. Out of all the dishes you prepared, the only one that could hide a weapon as long as an iron skewer is the meat on the bone.
What now?
I'm using my right to remain silent.
There's no way that exists here. We need to confirm this now! So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
Good thing we have you along.
All right. Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing!
Wait, hold on a second. Time out.
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over!
About that.
Huh? Where did Monokuma go?
I'm right here!
Oh, he's eating it.
I'm already eating it!
Ah, a bear that eats meat! Wait, now that I think about it, that's pretty normal.
Oh, what is this? So yummy!
Damn it! That's my meat!
I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life! The taste brings me back to my days in the wild.
This is bad. Seriously, this is really bad.
My. There's something inside the meat. Look what came out.
Is that an iron skewer?
Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone. Pretty clever.
The sword of destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat. It brought catastrophe unto Byakuya.
As expected of Teru. Such a fantastic weapon from the ultimate chef.
You're wrong. I'm not the killer. I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone. I got it. You all set me up. You guys set me up so you could blame this on me.
Jeez, what a disappointment. Such an unseemly defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
Hey, Nagito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet?
Thank you.
He said, you're all nothing but a bunch of poor, loudmouth, fast food eating hicks.
You don't need to translate anymore. Somehow I can tell what he's trying to say.
Never tell a wait about cooking on your grate.
Let's just deal with Nagito later. More importantly, we should first...
I guess we need to settle this. Once and for all. To do that, we need to go over the entire incident from beginning to end and make everything clear.
Oh, right. I forgot about this part. The comic strip. Go over the entire incident, and then I can prove Teru's crime. That's right. If we don't do that, we can't end this no matter how much time passes.
So, we need to do it.
So, it's finally come to this. My throb is jesting. Every case has one last feature to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the order of the events in the case in the form of a comic book. This reproduction is merely Hajime's imagination, though there will be gaps here and there. Gaps are areas where a number of pieces are missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the truth panels provided. Around 3 to 5 truth panels make up one set. Inside that one set, there will be correct panels placed among incorrect panels. If you use up all of the correct panels contained in one set, it will switch to a new set. After that, if you fill in all the holes, you will clear the challenge. I'm pretty sure some of you already noticed, but it will be difficult to complete with so many gaps. But once you fill some in, it will become much simpler. For those of you who played the previous game, you might hesitate at first, but it's basically the same concept. Now then, when playing and solving the closing argument, there is a certain trick. If you move the reticle onto the gaps on each page, it will display hints at the top of the screen. This type of hint will ask what kind of scene is drawn in that gap. Also, if you move the reticle onto a truth panel, it will display a hint as well. This hint explains the scene contained in that panel. Put together these two hints and think carefully. Of course, don't forget that there will be a time limit. Well then, good luck and have fun! Okay. So apparently they changed it a little bit. And here is this.
Here's everything that happened in this case. Let's try going over the whole incident, beginning with right after the party started. Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the old building near the hotel. He was extra cautious about a murder occurring that night because of a threatening letter he received. Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us. Though one person didn't come, the rest of us assembled at the dining hall, and the party was underway. But at that time, the trap set by a certain someone was already in motion. They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage. Additionally, they prepared something else that would activate at 11:30 p.m. The air conditioners in the office and dining hall. They had already set the timers for these. Thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioners kicked on. Since the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall into total darkness. But when that happened, Byakuya took out a specific item that he brought in his case. That item was the night vision goggles. Byakuya was so concerned about a murder occurring that he brought a variety of security equipment with him. When he put on his night vision goggles, Byakuya witnessed a certain someone making a suspicious move. He saw Nagito guiding himself with the desk lamp's power cord so he could get under the table. That's right. Everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan. The murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the blackout, it was all Nagito. While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their move in the kitchen. The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming. That's why the killer prepared all the items they would need to commit their crime in the dark beforehand. They needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen. They needed a weapon, too. This had also been hidden in the kitchen beforehand. The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it. With the weapon and portable stove in hand, the killer stepped out into the hallway. First, they closed the fire door in the hallway so their light source wouldn't peek toward the dining hall. Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item. That's right, a tablecloth to block the blood splatter. With this, the killer finished their preparations and snuck under the floorboards through the secret passage. They probably turned off the portable cooking stove at that point, or left it near the entrance of the door. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, the killer was able to get beneath the table. Under the table, Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there. If only he had retreated, he probably wouldn't have gotten killed, but he had to retrieve that knife. And at that moment, the killer lurking beneath the floorboard stabbed straight up with the iron skewer. The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment when the glowing paint began to move. After they murdered Byakuya, the killer purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall. Afterward, they came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen. And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened. There's only one person who would have been able to commit this crime. Especially if that person is someone who'd think of an unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food. Isn't that right, Teru Hanamura? That's what happened. How about it? Did I get anything wrong?
This is a mistake. A mistake, I tell you. I would never kill anyone. Would never.
It seems this is the end.
Well then, even though he intended to kill Nagito, and, well, yeah, I still can't find any sympathy in my heart for him.
It looks like your argument has come to a close. Whoops! I lost control of my wild side for a second. Was that a side effect of the meat I just ate?
Well, the skewer was covered in human blood, so, maybe.
Well, putting that aside, let's move along to the nerve-wracking voting time! Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote! Oh, just a reminder, make triple sure you vote for someone. If you don't vote, I'm gonna eat you up just like that meat from earlier!
Why did this happen?
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
If Byakuya hadn't been so diligent, it would be Nagito that was dead. And we would have never found out how twisted he is.
Correct! Yahoo!
That's right! This time, the Blackened responsible for killing Byakuya Togami is... Teru Hanamura!
No. You...
Are you serious? Of all these people, are you saying a ponce like him is the one that killed Byakuya? But... Why did you kill him?
You've got it wrong.
It was a mistake. I'm telling you, it's just a mistake. I was only trying to save you guys.
Hey!
I was only trying to stop Nagito from murdering one of you. What? Trying to stop? What do you mean? I spent all morning in the old building preparing dishes for the party, and then I heard a weird laughter near the dining hall, and when I peeked over there, I saw him. I saw Nagito in the middle of cleaning duty, putting the knife under the table. I had a bad feeling about it, so I continued to watch what he was doing. And I saw him place the irons he brought in the storage room and mess with the air conditioner timers. Plus, he's grinning, just grinning by himself the whole time. So I questioned him.
When that happened, he...
You caught me?
Oh, I've been caught.
What?
Been caught?
Hey!
What are you doing? What are you scheming? I'm planning to kill someone, of course.
Huh?
Teru, just to let you know, it's pointless of you to stop me. If you stop me now, it doesn't matter. I will never give up. Whether it's tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, or the days beyond that, I'll definitely start the killing.
Impossible!
What? No matter how much you want to leave this island, that's just... I see. So that's what you think.
Well...
But that's not it at all. This isn't about my survival. I just want the killing to start.
What?
What are you saying? I love everyone here. That's why I want to be of good use to them. I love all of the Ultimates, and I admire them for being symbols of hope.
Amazing!
That's right. In the name of hope, I love everyone's talents from the bottom of my heart. That's why I don't want them to lose against something like the killing. I want them to prove to me that hope will never lose, no matter how daunting the despair they face may seem. I want everyone to prove to me that hope will never lose to despair.
No.
Oh, what are you saying? I don't understand at all. He's saying that he is completely and totally round the bend, twisted, insane, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He's gone. Should have told someone. You should have told Byakuya.
See?
See, isn't that typical that if you face a strong enemy, you'll become even stronger yourself? Which means the stronger the despair you face, the stronger everyone's hope will become, right? I want to see the brightness, and in order to see it, I'm going to become everybody's stepping stone. I want to make your hopes shine. It's as simple as that. That's right. I yearn for a powerful hope that can overcome any kind of despair.
You're kidding, right?
Are you kidding? Don't tell me. You're actually serious?
Man.
So you don't understand. That's fine. I don't really mind. I'm just an obsessed fanboy, so it's all right that this love of mine is unrequited. I suppose I can be called the ultimate fanatic.
No way.
There's something wrong with you. Really? Do you really think so? Do you really think there's something wrong with me?
Hey.
But isn't that what love is? Nagito, what is the meaning of this? Explain it to me. I don't understand anything about this story at all.
See?
But you see, if you have a favorite boxer, don't you want him to fight against a strong opponent and win?
Don't fuck with me!
You better not compare us to that.
What?
Huh? Am I wrong? It's a given that trials are necessary to become strong. And the harsher the trial, the stronger you become, no? For mere humans, killings are simply a tragedy, but for worthy humans, a trial such as this can elevate their status to an even higher level.
Amazing.
It's amazing to me that someone as untalented as myself can become that trial. There's no point in someone like me surviving. It's far more significant for me to die as everyone's trial.
Great.
There's no greater honor than becoming the foundation so that your values may ascend to brave new heights.
What's going on?
Stop it. You're seriously starting to piss me off.
What's going on?
I don't understand at all. Are you saying you basically wanted to commit murder for fun? Oh, it's not the same as, someone killing for fun, but I guess it'd look the same in your eyes. I have no intention of surviving, leaving you all to die. Is that why you didn't mind when Teru Teru discovered your plan?
That's wrong.
Or perhaps that was intentional too.
Huh? So...
Nagito wanted to involve us in the killing. Plus, it'd be better for him if the mystery was more complex. Is that why you blatantly revealed your plan to Teru Teru? You expected to pique Teru Teru's curiosity, and you looked forward to the mystery becoming more complex. Well, you're basically right. It's true I was looking forward to that. That's why I took the time to tell him about the secret passage I found while I was cleaning.
What?
That was your doing as well?
You're right.
I just casually mentioned it. Oh, it's dangerous if you fall, so don't get too close to it.
Hey!
This dude, he's seriously batshit crazy. He's insane. That's right. That's why I tried to stop him,
However...
But why? Why did you kill Byakuya instead? I don't know. Because Nagito was the one who was supposed to take that knife. That's why I aimed and thrusted the iron skill there.
Whoa!
But why is Byakuya the one who died? It was supposed to be Nagito, not him. Byakuya probably tried to stop Nagito from grabbing the knife. And then, in place of Nagito...
Nope.
No, I don't think that's it. Huh?
Perhaps.
Byakuya was probably trying to protect Nagito.
What?
What did you say?
See?
Yes, Byakuya said so, didn't he? Don't worry. As long as I'm the leader, I won't let anyone become a victim.
I will guide you all.
That much I promise. Damn, dude. Could it be in order to keep that promise? As long as he was wearing the night vision goggles, I'm sure he saw someone moving under the floorboards. And that someone was aiming for Nagito.
Why?
So Byakuya gave his life to protect that little piece of shit? Even though he was trying to take the knife? I see. Byakuya is amazing. To keep his promise to protect everyone, he actually threw his own life away. And yet...
Such despair.
I never expected an ending like this. Such despair. What? But we shouldn't let him die in vain. I'm sure everyone would become even stronger by overcoming this despair.
No way.
Could it be? You knew Byakuya would protect you, so you set him up to fail?
Someone like me?
Of course not. I'm not that good at calculating. I just took some precautionary measures. The results of that were going to be my fun for later. Just kidding.
How unexpected.
Well, I never expected it would turn out like this. I never thought I'd be the one to survive. But since it was my life that had been saved, I didn't want to just waste it. So that's why I decided to help Teru. Why? Well, because Teru decided to commit his crime because he also had strong hope, right? Which means his actions were motivated by hope. If he was willing to go that far, I thought he might truly be the person whose existence I was waiting for. I thought he might be the hope that could defeat any type of despair. In order for me to confirm it, I decided to help Teru. What do you mean confirm? Just stop it already.
Well...
Plus, I couldn't really help myself when I also empathized with Teru. After all, he wanted to kill me, but he ended up killing Byakuya instead, you know? If I left him in that confused state, this trial might have been ruined, right?
Isn't that right?
But in order for our hope to grow, this trial was absolutely necessary. That's why I decided to help him. I told him, I don't care if I die, so you should just focus on escaping this island.
Right?
Those were my exact words to him before the investigation. Isn't that right, Teru?
Man.
In the end, my help just wasn't enough. This turned out to be a bad ending for Teru. You should be proud of yourself. You will not die in vain.
Great.
You will become a splendid sacrifice for everyone else, so their hopes can grow even more powerful.
Impossible!
Sacrifice?
Shut up! Shut up!
Seriously, stop it already. I'm gonna go crazy just listening to you.
Hey.
Hey, is it really okay for us to just leave this crazy bastard alone like this?
Huh?
Isn't it better if we just fucking kill him off?
Yaha!
Kill instead! High school students are so violent these days. But the person who's gonna get killed now isn't Nagito, it's Teru.
What's the matter?
You didn't forget, right? Because I told you already at the beginning, right? If the Blackened Killer loses, a fun punishment awaits them.
Wait.
Hold on.
No.
That was, how shall I put it? An accident. An act of self-defense, not intentional. Anyway, I feel it's possible. It's not my fault.
Hey!
It doesn't matter if it's an accident, self-defense, or intentional. A murder is still a murder. If you kill someone, that's murder.
Hey!
But isn't there anything like sympathy, judgments, extenuating circumstances, or maybe even probation?
Impossible!
I don't accept any of those claims.
That's
not.
Hey!
Just see me, you guys. I was only trying to stop Nagito, so.
Why you?
Be honest. After learning about Nagito's plan, you saw an opportunity, right? You probably thought that nobody would find out if you killed him after messing up his plan, right? That's what you thought, right?
Wrong!
You're wrong. There's no way a person who has no malice would kill someone like that. Good point. In truth, you were just desperate to kill Nagito and willing to sacrifice everybody else to survive, right? Just be honest already, at least in the end.
No.
That is...
Teru.
Why?
If only you didn't try to kill Nagito, Byakuya would still be alive.
Answer me.
Why did you try to commit murder? Answer me, Teru. I just wanted to go home.
I needed to go back home no matter what!
Because she's waiting for me. Mama is waiting for me at home. She's waiting all by herself for the day I graduate Hope Speak Academy and come home.
Okay, I'm going now. When I come back, I think we should talk again about opening an Aoyama and Azabu location.
Oh my, you're still talking about that?
Oh, I'm serious. The Academy guarantees success for its graduates, right? So, I know it's gonna be difficult by yourself, but wait for me until then, okay?
Yes, you're right. Then I'll just have to do my best to keep the Hanamura Diner from going out of business until then.
Mom, you don't have to work so hard. What if you collapse again while I'm gone?
I'll be fine. Moms are strong. I won't lose to some illness.
I know that already. I know that already.
I promised her I'd become a full-fledged cook and save the Hanamura Diner. Mama is waiting for me to keep that promise. Even though she's sick and alone, she's still waiting for me.
That's why I need to go home!
Teru. But if we were told our amulets were stolen and that several years have passed since our first day,
Hey!
then what happened to the Hanamura Diner? What happened to my mom who's still waiting for me? So you did believe what Monokuma said.
Damn it!
You were saying all along, it's okay, I'll never believe something like this. So why?
Wrong!
I still don't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. It has to be a lie.
That's why I wanted to go home!
I wanted to go home and confirm it. I wanted to make sure it was all just a lie. I wanted to make sure that I still have a place to call home. Teru, you... I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Not that Teru didn't believe it. He believed it more than anybody else here. That's why he kept denying it. Because he believed it. He needed to deny it. Damn it, if only I knew how he felt, something like this never would have happened. I wanted to confirm it by any means necessary. I had to do something. That's when I heard Nagito's plan. I found out he was gonna kill someone if I left him alone. That's why. That's why.
Fine.
So you wanted the first kill.
I'm sorry.
It doesn't mean that I wanted to sacrifice any of you, but it's the only thing I could do. And I ended up killing Byakuya instead of Nagito. I see.
I think I'm the one who went crazy.
Yeah, you did. Teru. I see. Interesting, but... as far as motives to kill are concerned, wanting to see your mom is so boring. What?
So... Yahoo!
It seems there's no point basking in the afterglow, so let's hurry up and begin the punishment.
You can't!
No, you can't.
Jeez, get out of my way! Well now.
There! Now that the annoying little sister has been dealt with, let's get back to business.
Wait!
Hold on a sec. I'm not asking for forgiveness anymore, but at least...
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
For Teru Hanamura, the ultimate cook!
Hey!
Call me chef. No, wait, that's not what I...
Please!
Please tell me at least what happened to the Hanamura Diner, to Mama.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Lies! I won't believe this!
I won't believe it!
Mama!
Okay, I know I said I wanted to dump him in a shrimp bisque, but damn.
Extreme!
Tempura Teramura. Okay, we are going to do the wrap up in the next episode. This is already way too long. To the outro! Okay, so between Nagito's nonsense and the tutorializing, along with some fumbling in the new minigames, that trial was a lot longer than I expected. Hopefully I can edit it down into something manageable. Anywho, is there a room where we can lock Nagito up in until this is all over? Set Monokuma to make sure he's fed and watered, but otherwise just remove the little chaos gremlin from the already messy equation. Okay, now, I'm not going to miss Teru at all. Reading his lines out loud made me want to wash my mouth out with soap, but still, Tempura Teru was a bit much. In the next episode, we will deal with the aftermath of the trial. There's usually some milling around and chatting afterwards, then a new area gets opened up to us, which we have to explore. In the meantime, up here is the playlist of my Phoenix Wright Justice for All playthrough, and down here is a video that YouTube recommends. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!